Yes, guys, welcome to another show. Thank you for joining me this afternoon, guys. Let's get into the show this afternoon. Listen, we have a article here. This is probably an older article, but listen, the man, people, this when you know crime do not pay. You know, in Jamaica, they say every unfair game play twice. And hear this now, from left to right, people, from left to right. This is an older article. Trinity family gets 418 years in New York prison or New York jail, people. Left, the Ramchandar family, father, mother, and daughter. These people are behind bars as we speak for the rest of their life. We're going to get into this story. Thanks for joining me, guys. Make sure you press like, share on this story, guys. Chantel Ramsadar, 24, and mom, she's 48, 47 years old. Dad, 52-year-old man. They from Trinidad. People, we're going to get into the story because, let me tell you something. People have to be held accountable for their action, especially when you're defrauding people. How many thousands of dollars? These people, over the years, $1.8 million, these people scam people for immigration. Let's get into the story, guys. Let's get into the story. Here you have mother and daughter combination. I am so disgusted with this story because where is the parenting? Where is the love for your child, knowing that you setting up your child to spend the rest of her days in behind bars? Came to reality because it was a family business. Mother 47 or 48, father 52, daughter 23, not 24, 23 years old. Let's get into this article. There's some things I have to read, guys. This is very, very, let's get into this article. Trinity family gets 418 years in New York jail. Left, we have Chantel, the youngest, the daughter, 24. The paper says she's 24. And the mother, Guantri Ramshodar, who was found guilty of grand larceny, money laundering, criminal impersonation, and other charges. A con game might bring short-term return to those mastermind, but it will catch up with you. And when it does, it's time to pay. And they are paying now. They are paying, guys. They are paying. That is the story of Trinidad couple and their daughter who were accused of conning 19 Caribbean immigration family in the United States out of more than $1.8 million over the years before handing down the sentence last week. Wednesday, the judge told the three convicts, "You and I know that if this fraud has done in your country, and people would have took the law into their whole hands. That's what and hack them to death." That's what the judge said. Told the whole family, which hails from Trinidad, but not in this country. Now, it's your time to hear your return on your investment for your crime, the judge said. For the misdeeds, the trio was sentenced to a total of 418 years in prison. Sean Ramzadar, 52, was sentenced to 78 years to 235 years in prison in order to make payments, restitution for $1.8 million. His wife, 48, was sentenced to 51 to 153 years and fined $221,090. Even to the cents. Their daughter, my God. She's 23, the paper said. She had a whole life ahead of her, guys. Her whole life. But due to the greed and the love of money, you sacrifice your daughter for money. All of these three individuals were in cahoots and know exactly what they were doing, guys. They know exactly. Exactly. Chantel Ramsundar, 23, got 10 years to 30 years and was fined $182,000 and $180. And I believe the reason why she probably got the lesser years because the judge probably know and the juror probably know that she wasn't the brain behind this. It was especially the father and the mother. So the judge said, yeah, you benefit from it too because you became part of the scam to scamming people. So you are in cahoots. But I don't think she was the one that came up with the plan to do this was the father. So she got the lesser charges. But guess what? 30 years in prison, people. That's like half her life, guys. That's more than half her life. Let me tell you something. The way the judge rendered these services, they got to do all the years. There ain't no early chance of parole or nothing. The three was described by the judge as the most despicable gang of criminal to ever sat in front of him. The sentence followed the trial in November of 2014, guys. At the end of which the trio was found guilty of grand larceny, money laundering, criminal impersonation, and other crimes. Impersonation of what? According to the CNC report based on information coming out of New York, Sean Ramsundar had told immigrants that he could get their name on terror watch lists or prevent their deportation by getting them green cards. Assistant Attorney Catherine Kane is quoted as saying, they stole from their own people, afraid of reporting to the police, terrified of being deported back a place where they had once called home to go to. The CMC reporter said that one of the victims were an immigrant suffered from multiple sclerosis, MS, who gave the family of con artists United States money of $43,000 after being told that was about to be deported. Fooled immigration into belief that he could get them cheap housing. Oh my God. Keep going. And on what did the three spend their ill-forgotten gains? On cars, expensive handbags, and go on shopping spree among a list of items activity received from the rich and famous. Let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something, guys. The word of the Most High will never lie. The love of money is the root to all evil. These people got so corrupt and tainted in their thinking that they are right in their way of what they did and what they're doing. We know, and the judge know, that if they were in their country, the judge said, you know what would happen. But let me tell you something, guys. Chantel is 23 years old. Her life is done. Over. All of their life is done, but especially Chantel, because she's only 23. She got the next 30 years in prison. She got to do the 30 years. She's 23. 20 and 30 is 50. When she get out, if she survive in prison, because we know guys, we know what go down in prison. We know this girl will not, these two, they're not going to survive, people. Because what they're going to have to do in jail, they're going to have to fight for their life, their survival. And these two, unfortunately, they don't look like they could get accustomed to that type of lifestyle. But if they want to survive, they're going to have to get accustomed. And this girl, 22 years old, people, let me tell you something. She going to spend all her adult life in prison and wind up being someone roommate. Keep it real. And the sad thing about it, now she's going to be forced to do things that she don't want to do. But guess what? You are a convicted criminal. You took advantage of people, sick people, someone with MS, multiple sclerosis. You took their money, $43,000, to spend it on their luxurious lifestyle. But guess what? No. The party come to an end because this family live in Richmond Hill in Queens. And we know a lot of Guyanese in Trinidad live there, people. And I'm not like that. I'm from Jamaica. But let me tell you something. We know he's not the only one doing that. There's many people doing that. But guess what? They took off one of the family off the street to manipulate, to fraud people, to scam people out there. Hard working money for these people to live a lifestyle, to go on shopping spree, and look the damage they did. But now, the judge said, now it's time to pay the price. And they paying the ultimate price. Chantel, the young daughter, she's paying the ultimate price. Because I know all three of them right now in prison, sitting there, say, God, I wish I could turn back the clock and teach my daughter about respect and morals and do things right, not to scam people. Now I have to suffer and live with that we as a family fail ourselves. We fail. They failed their daughter. And now she's paying the ultimate price because she don't have no freedom. And she's going to spend the rest of her life. Because by the time she get out, she's going to be an older woman. And her life is done, guys. Because the world going to be a totally different place if she ever get out. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the platform, guys. Until next time. All right.